Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a peaceful forest, there lived a big, strong bear. He loved roaming through the trees, enjoying the warmth of the sun and the sweet smell of the flowers. The forest was his home, and he knew every corner of it. But little did he know today would be a day of learning a very important lesson. As the bear wandered through the forest, he noticed a beehive hanging from a branch of a nearby tree. The golden honey dripping from the hive looked irresistible. The bear licked his lips, imagining how sweet the honey would taste. He slowly approached the hive, ready to take a big bite. Just as the bear reached out to grab the hive, a single bee buzzed out and stung him on the nose. The bear yelled in surprise and pain. His nose hurt and he was furious. How dare that tiny bee sting him? In his anger, the bear decided to teach the bees a lesson. In a fit of anger, the bear swiped at the hive with his massive paw, knocking it to the ground. The hive shattered and honey spilled everywhere. But along with the honey came a swarm of angry bees, buzzing loudly and ready to defend their home. The bees, furious at the destruction of their home, attacked the bear in full force. They swarmed around him, stinging him over and over again. The bear tried to swat them away, but there were too many. He roared in pain as he ran through the forest, trying to escape the angry bees. After running for what felt like forever, the bear finally managed to dive into a nearby river. The cool water soothed his stings, and the bees eventually gave up and flew back to their hive. The bear sat in the water, exhausted and sore, realizing that his anger had only made things worse. As the bear sat by the riverbank, he thought about what had happened. If he had only ignored that single bee sting, he wouldn't have been attacked by the entire swarm. He realized that sometimes it's better to bear a small pain in silence, rather than reacting in anger and making things much worse. From that day on, the bear remembered the lesson he had learned. It's better to bear a single injury in silence than to provoke 1,000 by reacting in anger. The forest continued to be his home, but now the bear was a little wiser, knowing how to keep his temper in check. The bees returned to rebuild their hive, and the bear continued to roam the forest, enjoying the beauty of nature. Though his stings eventually healed, the lesson he learned stayed with him forever. The forest returned to its usual peaceful state, and life went on. And so the bear learned that sometimes it's better to stay calm and let small things go rather than reacting in anger. The forest was a place of peace once again, and the bear continued to live his life, a little wiser and a lot more patient. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss a new story.